News of another major earthquake in Japan has really unsettled markets overnight. We've seen financial markets and equity markets around the world soften, and this is on the basis that they're not quite sure what the full effects of this Japanese earthquake will be, what the impact will be on the Japanese economy, but also what the impact will be on the global economy. As I've said in the past, financial markets don't like to see uncertainty, and this is another uncertain event that has come at a time when there has been a lot of problems in the markets. The other thing to point out over the past 24 hours is the fact that the UN have come out and said that they are expecting to see some further lifts in food prices. This is on the basis that the grain markets in the US have started to lift once again, and the planting hasn't been going quite as well as many have been expecting. The Kiwi dollar, on the other hand, continues to look strong. While it has been trading well over 78 cents against the US over the past few days, it's weakened somewhat, but is still trading at 77.60 against the US on Friday morning. The biggest news for the New Zealand economy over the past few days is, of course, the New Zealand government bailout of AMI insurance. I think it's a little bit too early to try and tell exactly what this will mean, but early indications are that this could be a liability of up to 1 billion New Zealand dollars. This is a massive number, but in my mind, I think it is crucial to ensure that we maintain confidence in the New Zealand financial system. If policyholders weren't able to get their money when it is due, this could have grave consequences for their ability to buy products, but also the ability for the New Zealand economy to recover. This has much wider consequences than just for those people that have been affected. This is the reason why we have seen the government come in and bail them out, but it could also have some fairly massive consequences to New Zealand government finances. This comes at a critical time when the finances are pretty stretched, and we've got credit rating agencies that are watching over us. Therefore, it will be interesting to see what happens with the budget next month, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some further cuts down the track. Back here on the local New Zealand agricultural front, wool prices have once again increased over the past week or two. Of course, wool prices have been very strong, and it is difficult to suggest that we're going to see prices fall anytime soon. However, markets in cotton overseas are developing quite quickly at the moment, and this will be something to watch fairly closely in terms of what will happen with the wool price down the track. The US Department of Agriculture are picking that we're going to see some increases in supply for cotton in the year ahead, and this is a reflection of the good returns that farmers have been receiving recently. In terms of this, we could see some pressure on cotton prices and in general some weakness for fibre prices around the world. It's going to be difficult to see what impact this will have on wool, but you'd have to think that it will have some dampening effect down the track, and this will be something we will be watching fairly closely.